And then there was one. Stay single, guys. An emotional roller coaster, buying things for someone else, positioning your life for someone else, in most cases is going to leave you emotionally and financially distraught and unhappy and resentful. That being said, you should experience life and you should experience relationships. We all take chances, we all fail. And some people are meant to be in a relationship. But what I can tell you is the same thing the Bible told people, but they didn't want to listen. The same thing Jesus said is that for many people, they should stay single. They would be better off. They would have less burdens in life. What should you do to satisfy your sexual needs? Masturbate. The people I know who are in long-term relationships, the people I know who have been married for a long time, they sleep in separate rooms. Pastors, rabbis, whoever's, they should take more caution before they marry people. Even the government, when people go to like the Justice of Peace to get married, I mean, it's harder to get a building permit to install a new electrical service than it is to get married. Huh. The most people that I've run through on life, whether it's on YouTube or in real life, you know what they've been destroyed by? Not terrorism, not a hurricane. Most people have been destroyed by a relationship. Most people I know in their life, their biggest heartache, their biggest adversary, their most painful experience has been due to a relationship. What's the answer? For many people, not all, for many people, stay single, guys. Sometimes when people reach out to me, young people online or something like that, or across my daily life, rendezvousing, I see young people and they say, yeah, I'm trying to get a college degree or I'm trying to figure out my career. I said, look, if you're single and no kids, you can work DoorDash and do all right for yourself. Not that I recommend that. Come on, guys. But I knew a guy, worked with a guy, great guy. I like this guy. I worked with a guy. I worked with a guy. And he had got divorced. He was married a second time. He was unhappy. He would drink most nights. And there was another young guy working with him, and he was thinking of getting married. And the guy who's been married twice and somewhat unhappy, but he's probably out, he was telling the guy, yeah, you should get married. I said, why are you telling this guy to get married? I said, your biggest headache, you're still dealing with your ex-wife. You're still struggling. And he goes, well, I don't want to be the only one going through it. I watched today one of the famous nomad YouTubers, good guy, and I give him a lot of credit for sharing his life publicly. This is not to shame him, but this video that I'm making tonight about staying single is kind of inspired by him because I can relate. I've been through that in my own life. What he did was he was living a simple life. He was living life on his own terms in his mid-30s. Once you get to your mid-30s and 40s, if you're already single without kids, stay that way. If you want, do whatever you want. If you're 20 years old or whatever and you're horny, I understand. When I was like in my early 20s, I was begging for a relationship. Thank God I didn't get one. I see some of those people too now. Just total disaster, guys. Total disaster. If you can make it to your 30s or 40s, and that's kind of like when the lust starts to burn off, you still want to have sex. But, come on, guys. Live and let live, dying to get laid. But let me tell you something, Liv. You ain't missing shit. Go get you a dildo and masturbate. You ain't missing anything, Liv. Keep your hair nice. Let these guys chase a little bit, but you don't want to get involved in that. Tiny home. Be by yourself, Liv. You don't even need a tiny home. Your daughter's grown. You got your own job. You can live in a hotel room. Be fine. What do you need commitments for? Commitments destroy all inspiration. A creative person gets bored easily. If you're creative, if you have high energy, high anxiety, You don't need another companion. There was a big misconception that when someone would get a dog and the dog had high anxiety, somebody, I don't know who, wasn't too bright. Somebody would tell that pet owner, oh, you should get another dog. They got high anxiety because they're lonely. No, they got high anxiety because they're not being productive. They're not working. They're not outside running. They have high anxiety because you're working all day. You're leaving your dog alone. And he's running around tearing up the house. The last thing you need is another one. So if you have high anxiety and you're bored and you're sitting there looking at your phone all day, you ain't outside walking, you ain't outside doing your work of your life, you don't need a mate. What you need to do is do the work of your life. Get out there and burn some energy off. Burn some energy off. High anxiety people should not be with other people. So back to the thing, and then we're going to get to all live comments. Leave the comments. Guys, let me know right now. Are you single? Have you been married? Have you been divorced? Is it a total disaster out there? I don't even know, but I already know the answer. But go ahead and leave it anyway. But real quick to the story, this nomad, this famous YouTuber, he had sold his Class C RV, which was probably paid off for. He upgraded to a bigger Class A, which is like a big motorhome. It's like, you had a condo paid off, you were a single guy, and then you bought a big house because, this girl wanted to live with you. But the girl didn't even sell her RV. She kept it on the side. Liv, you know what it is. Liv, I just did a whole live feed about you. I know you want to get laid. You're hot. You got nice hair. But what I can tell you is you ain't missing shit. Watch a Lifetime movie and masturbate. You'll get over it. Go order some DoorDash. Believe me, a good bowl of cheese and a nice Lifetime movie get you straight. You don't want to get involved with other people. It's total disaster out there. Total disaster. Next thing you know, you're dating some guy just to work on your tiny home. He's got to fix this. He's got to fix that. And this guy's busting his ass because he wants to bang you. And you want to get laid. It takes two to tango, guys. Liv, it takes two to tango. You are seducing him to work on your house. He's only working on your house so you can have sex. Then 10 years later, it all ends up in a disaster. He resents you for doing every renovation under the sun. You can't live in a house anymore because there's too many emotional attachments. And it's a disaster. And that's what happened with this YouTuber. He sold his paid off RV. He got some big one. And I don't blame him. I'm going to share my story. And so then he went to do that. And now a month later, she goes back to the RV she kept for herself, the small one. And he's left holding the bag with a big ass Class A with like 1.5 megawatt solar. You don't need all that solar. You don't even need solar. All you need is a battery powered fan, man. I remember when I in my 20s, I wanted to be in a relationship. Then I got over that. Then I said, I really don't want to be in a relationship. I let myself go. Then when I got into my mid-30s, I said, I'm going to get my life together, got my health together. And when I started losing weight and looking good again, even though I was pulling chicks when I was big, but then I started feeling myself when I was fitting in good clothes, I started dating again. And I got all excited. And I did the same thing. I upgraded my vehicle to impress girls. I renovated my house to impress girls. And here I am. I'm living a different life for them. And it all ends in a disaster. And thank God it did end in a disaster. Because I had to smack myself. I said, Sam, what are you doing? You already know it ends in a disaster. And even if you find the right one, you don't want that. Most people, even if you find the right one, the kind, gentle person that is the right one, they're evenly yoked, they're not trying to exploit you, they're trying to honestly love you, you don't want that. There's a reason you're single. You don't want to be bothered with people. There's a reason you're single. You don't want to be bothered with people. Stop trying to convince yourself something else. And that's what happens. You're sitting there in this big house or this big Class A RV, and you don't have your own space. You can't go pick your butt whenever you want. Someone's looking over your back. There's tremendous value in privacy, guys. Tremendous value in privacy. A lot of people, you shut down your social media because you want your privacy. When you live with someone else, when you're entangled with someone else, you give up your privacy. And it's not even, you're not even getting monetized for it. You're actually going to get demonetized. You're going to have to give up half if it doesn't work out. A lot of you trolls out there that watched, you psychopaths. I had one comment on one of my videos today. Like, it was like dolphin dildo or something. It says something about me. I said, how the hell you gonna comment on my channel? You got a fake ass profile with a tag name like Dolphin Dildo or something like that. They value their privacy. Even trolls value their privacy because they know they're a disgrace. They're total psychopaths. And they're probably in a relationship. They're in a relationship with another psycho. It's a total disaster, guys. So what I can tell you is don't do any renovations. Don't do any renovations. Don't upgrade your RV. Stay single, guys. Single's where it's at. Jesus said many should stay single, but not many can accept this. If you're born a eunuch, meaning that at that time, I think it means you had to cut off balls or something like that. Some type of deformity. That's a blessing that, you can do more for the Lord. You could, not that I want anyone to have a deformity. Look at Liv selling life insurance. I ain't mad at her. Hey, somebody click on the channel, man. Everyone's got to hustle, man. Liv, I love you. I hope someone buys insurance and, click on Live and Let Liv's channel. Super chat her some money. Why? She's got to buy a dildo and she got to get some life insurance sold. What I could tell you guys is emotional entanglement. Stress is caused by relationships. That's the number one thing. After that's money. And when you're in a relationship, you deduct money. How do you automatically cut your income getting a relationship? Automatically. Even when you have a pet, you automatically cut your income. So right now, that's what I'm telling people. If you're single, if you got no kids, if your kids are grown, you're living good. You don't need to make much. As soon as you get in a relationship, as soon as you have a kid, as soon as you have a pet, your emotional stability goes down and your financial stability goes down. Your emotional stability, because when you're high, they're low. And then when they're high, you're low. You can never get in sync. And even when you're in sync, it's one day out of 50. And that's why you're sleeping in separate beds. You devoted your entire life, you've divided all your assets, and you're sleeping in separate beds because you can't stand that person. Total disaster, guys. Stay single. Stay single, guys. This is my opinion. You should do whatever you want. You should do whatever you want. It's my opinion. It's my channel too. All right. And what I can tell you is, I just told you. I can stress out. Let's go to all live comments. And let's buy some life insurance from Liv. Liv, I'm good, though. I already got life insurance through my job. I love you. Let's take a hydration break before we see what's going on out there. Good job. Yeah, when I saw that video today, I'm praying for him, too, because that one YouTuber that I saw, we saw that coming. Come on. We saw it coming. Even Kim Kardashian and Kanye, come on, it's only a matter of time before you get that announcement. Not that I wish that on them. But they're going to end up like her mother and Caitlyn Jenner. 20 years from now, we're going to realize that Kanye probably likes to wear girls' clothing. And, Kim knew about it, but she put up with it. Am I mad at them? No, I'm not mad at them. That's what they want to do. But Kim will have she'll have another chapter. She'll end up dating like the guy Corey. Like another Corey or something like that. She'll have another chapter. And Kanye too. But it's a disaster, guys. Brendan, hey, what's up, Sam? Brendan, stay positive, man. You're a good brother from New Jersey. Love and respect to you. Marin, the sweet, encouraging Marin. Marin, I love you all my heart. How are you? Hey, Sammy, heart emoji. Steve, what's up, man? Shout out from Texas. Love and respect to Lone Star State, man. Shout out to Texas. Good to see you, Steve. Tanya, Sam, I agree with staying single. Well, praise the Lord. You're preaching to the choir. Well, hey, I'm not mad at that. The choir says, amen. Thank you. Mastering's out of all caps, yeah. All my girls out there, if you're dating a guy with all caps, it's only a matter of time before you have a restraining order. If he writes in all caps, you're going to have to put your restraining order in all caps because he's got violent tendencies. He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath. He may be an usher in a church, but he's still a psychopath. And he writes in all caps. The restraining order, put it in all caps, guys. I'm tough. I think every guy should experience woman extensively. But with 50% divorce rates, it's too scary to marry. People have no respect for commitment nowadays. Hey, what I could tell you is even back in the day, even in the biblical times, divorce was there and Jesus said it and Paul said it. And before that, they had like 20 wives. It was all a disaster. Even like in the Old Testament where there was a lot of psychopaths, They're all banging each other's sister, killing 3,000 people in the name of the Lord. Like right now, in today's society, if you kill 3,000 people in the name of God, you're considered an extremist. Back then, if you kill 3,000 people because they worship a golden calf, you're considered a hero. Guys, gotta think for ourselves out there, guys, okay? And what I can tell you is, stay single. Stay single, guys. All right, good job. 787. I don't know how to say the first part. You still in your car? No, I'm in an apartment. I just come in my car to do a live feed, man. How are you, man? Are you still, what's that, robot? Good to see you. Ryan B. I was training a guy at work, and he should always talk about the girl he meets, how pretty they are, and in the same sentence was complaining about his kid's mom ex. Look, guys, I've met a lot of people in my life, and the top thing that destroys most people, and it almost destroyed me too, I'm not immune to it, is relationships. What I found is the best thing is to stay single. You don't want to live in your car because you can't date? You just did yourself a double blessing. Put yourself in a position so you're undateable. That way you don't have to deal with it. Tell a girl, look, yeah, I live in my car. Let her laugh and go have sex with the guy that's going to upgrade his house to impress her. He's going to renovate the house to impress her. She's going to get tired of him. They're going to divorce. And it's going to be a total disaster, guys. All right, but let's stay positive. Good job. Liv, wait a minute. I'm not dying to get laid. Come on, you said that last night. I remember I dated a girl. She used to say something, and then I would repeat it to her the next day. She goes, I never said that, Sam. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Liv, last night or 2 nights ago, you were all creamed up, and you were talking about you got to get laid. You're all dried up. You're all backed up, and you were pissed, okay? And you said there shouldn't be a double standard. If I got to get laid, I got to get laid. And I said, Liv, I'm all for equal rights. And that's why I say you should get a dildo. I even said, look, for all my gay brothers and sisters out there, if you want to use a dildo on yourself, you can do that too. Don't lie to me, Liv. Don't lie to me, Liv, because believe me, now I'm having flashbacks of the girl who used to lie to me. Used to know her. I would quote her own scripture. And then she'd go, I didn't say that. I said, yeah, right. Yeah, right, you didn't say that. Trying to act like I'm crazy. Yeah, I ain't crazy. Believe me. I love everyone else. Stay positive. Yeah, then she's laughing. Asked the question, will I ever marry again? Yeah, here we go. Twisting my words. I love you. My answer was, oh, here we go. I err on the side of getting laid before. Oh, no, you totally changed it up. You totally changed it up, man. You sound like, Cohen getting pressed by, like, the Supreme Court or, like, the FBI agents. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. You paid off Stormy Daniels and you knew about it, okay? So I'm not trying to buy it, Liv. I love you all my heart. If we were in a relationship and I had 50% equity, if I made you upset, then I would say, oh, you know what, Liv? I think you are right. I think you did say that. But being that I have no financial loss, if you totally hate me, even though I don't want you to totally hate me, is what I can tell you is you didn't say that, okay? And I can pull up the live. After this, I'm going to go to the replay, and I'm going to read the live chat, and I'm going to see exactly what you said. I love you all my heart. Stay positive. Or bang the DoorDash guy. Hey, I've had a couple offers. Not directly, but indirectly. And what I can tell you is I would never do it. You're going to lose your DoorDash gig. You lost money already. And you could possibly catch a charge, because here's what happens, just like Liv just broke it down. I remember I got with a girl in a parking lot of a strip club. Okay, and I knew the girl, and I got with her before. I got with her in a parking lot of a strip club, okay? She came on to me, okay? So we made out, and then after we made out, she was crying. I was like this, because I said, why are you crying? Like, got me scared. She goes, oh, my boyfriend's going to be upset. I shouldn't have did this. I mean, it's like, and now she's crying. That's what happens. That's what happens. And she was the one that initiated it. So what I could tell you guys is, look, and that's why I said, too, now I can see how people get caught in some. Now, she didn't, like, scream any foul play. She was sad at herself. But I said to myself, this is how people get caught up in the game. Because people say one thing, and then they seduce you into one thing, and then there's a whole other thing. It's all psychopaths, guys. Psychopaths. And what I can tell you is, it's not just the usher, it's also the deaconess. Deaconess is a psychopath. She's getting with people in the strip club parking lot, and then, like, all of a sudden, something happened. Now she didn't. Now all of a sudden she didn't say that. She said, "Well, if you give me a choice," so it's total disaster, guys. What I can tell you, stay single. Don't even get involved in that. Total disaster. I'm tough. Yep, Brandon, I'm single. Longest relationship was 3 years. Huh? Well, that's 2 years and 11 months too long, brother. Best part was consistently getting laid. Yeah, you must have been young, man. Because let me tell you something. You get older, you're going to be sleeping in separate rooms. You ain't going to be getting laid. You're going to be masturbating more than single people. But that's all I cared about. Yeah, well, that's a good thing you got out of there. Got dumped for a rent-a-cop. Huh? I've been down that road. In his 50s, Dad had more money. Well, hey, that's what happens, man. And he'll do the renovations. Coach 9500. Greetings from the swamp. I mean, Brunswick, Georgia. God bless. I know who you're talking about, Eric Nomadic Fanatic. I met him in person at St. Augustine, Florida. He's a great guy. I myself am single, and I like it. I'm not mad at that. The Psychopaths. What's up, man? Ryan B. I've been single for 2 years now. Congratulations. I won't go back into that dependent lifestyle. Well, I hear that. I lived with a girl for around 10 months. Huh. Disaster! Exclamation mark. Totally agree. Learned what I wanted quick, but wish it was quicker. Brother, at least you got out of there alive and you got a Prius and you're no longer entangled. Cheers and hydration break to you, brother. Shout out to all the married guys watching me in the opposite room of their wife with their earphones in because they don't want their wife to hear me screaming on the phone, get a vasectomy and stay single. Shout out to all my women, okay, who have no guy in their life. They want to get laid, and they think if they seduce me, we can do a meet and greet. Not going to happen, guys, all right? And what I can tell you is just go to Planet Fitness. There's plenty of old, out-of-shape trainers there that would love to teach you how to use the leg stretching machine. And you can seduce them into coming to fix your kitchen sink and having a little bit of fun. It will end in a disaster. You're going to lose your Planet Fitness membership card. But hey, look, it takes two to tango, guys. Good job. Liv. I am well aware of the reality of relationships, and then she give a lot of periods. Plus, for some reason, not too many people talk about the risk, all caps, you take. You put your life on the line when you jump in a sack with someone else. I totally agree. Now, if you got a vasectomy, you put less on the line. Then all this is a matter of STDs. And Magic Johnson's still walking around with HIV. So, you know, the biggest risk you take is if you don't have a vasectomy. If you have a vasectomy, it may be worth the risk. But, you know, I just recommend masturbation, Brandon. In my experience, I can get girls with an old car. Good luck. I don't want girls with an old car, new car. I don't want any girl. Buying nice cars to impress girls does not work. I've been down that road. It's all about selling your true self to them like you do a product. I agree. Look, at the end of the day, it's all a disaster. It doesn't matter if you sell them. It doesn't matter if you sell them, if they get you, it's all going to end in a disaster. Good relationship, bad relationship. How it ends is you doing it just ends bad. Let's just say that. Praise the Lord. Well, what happened to my internet? My internet go down? Uh-oh. Internet's down. At least on this. What a disaster. Arash, I recently divorced. That high anxiety, many symptoms, and even arthritis is due to a leaky gut. Often by bacterial overgrowth of H. pylori in the stomach. Still single here. Arash, good to see you, brother. Thank you for sharing. Liv. You want a dose of reality? Try getting life insurance and wait for the blood HIV results. Well, I can understand that. Guys, if you need life insurance and if you're trying to seduce Liv, check her out. Give her a comment on her channel and Instagram or direct message. Live and let live. Now that you're in the social media game, wait till you get a couple direct messages and guys send you dick pics. Now, it may not be of their dick. They may just be trying to impress you. But they want life insurance, believe me. Mastering Zelda. Rolling on the floor. Good job, Brandon. I know what you mean. I feel like when you enter into your 30s, you lose that love relationship meaning. You can get tired of people for an extended period of time, to each their own. Well, damn it, somebody put $1 in my drawers. Backwoods Dylan, man, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Good to see you, brother. Backwoods, a.k.a. Dylan, said he may come down to Florida. And what I can tell you is, if you're living free and you're single, you can do whatever you want. And I think you are single, Dylan. If you're single, you could pack up and you go down. Thank you, Dylan. You could pack up. Liv, you sell life insurance. You'll sell anything. Right now, you're hot in the street. I love you, Dylan. Thank you. When you're single, you could just go. Remember that movie? What was that movie where they were taking mushrooms and they went to Las Vegas? What was that movie? It was a famous movie. Where they all got drunk. Hangover? Remember that? And the guy was getting ready to get married. And he said, look, when I get married, I got all that commitment. I can't just jump in a car and go to Vegas. When you're single, you jump in a car, you go to Florida right now. Live and let live. If your kid didn't live with you, you can jump in your car. You come to Florida right now. Dylan, You can go to Alaska. You can go to San Diego. That's the freedom of being single. Now, some people get bored. I don't get bored. I don't get bored. I don't want to entertain someone that's emotionally high one day and emotionally low the next day. Liv sells property and casualty insurance. All right, I'm not mad at that. Who needs property insurance? No one. You on the wrong channel. Nobody here got property. Everyone here is like homeless or nomad in it, man. Liv, you on the wrong channel. What's that? What does casualty insurance mean? What does that mean? Break down casualty insurance. I love you, Liv. Liv, you're hot. Your hair looks great. Would I have sex with you, Liv? Not anymore. Because I just think it would lead to too much emotional entanglement. Then all of a sudden we have sex. Then it gets weird when you come in a live chat. And then we hate each other. And then you got another profile picture. Then you come in here like some guy or some girl came in here today. Their tag name was Dolphin Dildo or something. And they tried to like give me the riot act. They tried to like, tell me what I was doing wrong. Well, I said, first of all, Dolphin Dildo. Is that your real name? I said, I don't think so. The other day, I got a guy called, his name was Psychopath Dave. I said, brother, what do you want me to call you, man? Psychopath or Dave? Or your name, Psychopath Dave. What a disaster, guys. All right, let's be positive. Dylan, good to see you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Positive. All right, we're going back to live comments, guys. We're learning a lot tonight. Learning a lot. Liv, she's not selling life insurance. She's not selling life insurance, merely making a point. Well, so am I. I love you, Liv. I hope you sell a lot of life insurance. I don't know what the other insurance you were selling. Now, property insurance, I got no property. I don't know what was the casual insurance? I never heard of that. K-Box, much respect. Shout out to all my Asian girls. I love Asian girls, man. I do. Something magical, but I love the discipline, man, in my mind. But I dated a couple Asian girls. How to end total disaster. Because they're just girls. Doesn't matter culture, background. Everyone's girls, men, boys, doesn't matter. They're all psychopaths. Not everyone, but let's stay positive. Good job. Gang of youth. My brother, NYC in the house. Well, brother, good to have you, man. Love and respect to New York City. Love and respect to East Harlem. Everyone out there, man, good to see you. CY Catwoman. No caps. Yeah, CY Catwoman. You got a couple of restraining orders in your life. C1 Catwoman. How many times you go to court? How many times you go to court? C1 Catwoman. Did you used to be a guy? I'm not mad at you. Brandon, Sam. If I never come across your channel, I would be making wrong decisions. That's all right. I would be making wrong decisions in my life and keeping relationships with people. Thank you for your channel and experience. You deserve more compensation. Well, I appreciate that, brother. What I can tell you, Brandon, is look, just make sure you listen, do whatever you want. I just want to always put that in there. I'm sharing my truth. I'm not saying you should follow me blindly, but what I'm trying to say is a vasectomy is reversible. Okay. So if you say, I listened to this guy living in his car, I got a vasectomy. Somebody just stuffed some more money. Message retracted. That's all right. Don't worry about it. What I can tell you is this. If you get a vasectomy and you say, oh no, this guy living in his car, he led me astray. I had a couple people tell me that. You get a vasectomy, but let me tell you something. A vasectomy could be reversed. Having a child, that can't be reversed. Getting married, that can't be reversed without giving up half. So who's misleading you? Who's misleading you, me or society? I say get a vasectomy, stay single, get a job, cut your expenses. So even if you go down to my path that I'm telling you, and you say, you know what, I don't like what you told me, you're still in a good position. You're single, you got no kids, you got money, you got low expenses. What's the downside? You can always add stuff. You can always add a house, and then you can get property insurance from Liv. You can always add a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You can always have a kid, especially my guys out there. I mean, how many psychopaths had kids very late? I mean, a lot of people. What I could tell you guys is you can always add. Hard to subtract. Hard to subtract, guys. All right, let's stay positive. I'm going back to live comments. Good job. Liv, I'm not. Oh, yeah, she's selling a lot of stuff. Dave, I heard that. Brendan, hey guys, I just wanted to say hi. Brendan, stay positive, man. Like weed and to smoke some like me. I'm not mad at you. Hey, look, weed's legal in a lot of places. I'm not smoking any, but I ain't mad at you. Milano, Sammy, why not be free? Milano, you figured out life. Now, Milano likes Colombian girls. Now, Milano, I fell in love with a Cuban girl, man. Milano's Cuban. I went to the Coca Cabana, man, the other night. And what I can tell you, man, I found a hot Cuban girl, man, with tight pants. I fell in love. We got married. We went to Paris. We had passionate love. We talked about having a kid. 3 years, the relationship was great. And then we started sleeping in separate beds. Her tight pants were no longer tight. My jokes were no longer funny to her. Her emotional highs and lows were no longer cute to me. And then we got divorced because we couldn't stand each other anymore. Did this happen? It happened in my mind. I saw her, this whole thing played before through my mind. But I did enjoy looking. I was at the Coca Cabana. Shout out to all my Cuban girls out there, man. There's a couple Cuban girls down in Miami looking great. And I met one last night, okay? And we talked for a minute. And I replayed our whole life. I saw a vision of our life. And what I can tell you is it all ends in a disaster. Stay single, guys. All right, good job. Peppa Pig. Hello, Sam. I hope you're having a great night. Doing the best I can. Dating world is a mess. You already know what it is, Peppa. Nurses are freaks. You're a freak, but you're better to stay single. When they get older, they get worse. Well, you know, you're a nurse. You're taking care of everyone else. You're taking care of the people who their spouse doesn't want to take care of them. That's the truth. Peppa Pig's over there, cleaning people's butts because their spouse don't want to do it. Have I seen that? I've seen that, guys. Let's stay single. Good job. Dennis, I told myself if I ever married again, that was the only time I'd ever be married. I was right about that. But it's because I learned about relationships are seldom enough for two. For me, a disaster. Dennis, great comment, brother. Let's all read the last sentence again. For me, a disaster. Good job, Dennis. Hydration break to you, brother. Brandon, you put an amazing work to this channel. Well, thank you. Compared to most YouTubers, well, there's other YouTubers who do better editing. They have better, cinematography. Me, I'm just kind of like, barking in a foam. So, I can understand, too. Most people don't want to hear that. But I just got to be me, guys. But thank you very much for the compliments. Very nice of you. Daddy, the only reason to get married is to have a kid. Well, that's a double loss. Getting married's a loss and having kids is a loss. In my opinion, you should do whatever you want. But I'm not mad at you. Yeah, if I definitely agree with you, though. Yeah, to me, in my opinion, everyone should do whatever they want. In my opinion, I would totally agree with that. Like, if you really want to have a family, then you get married and try to do the whole thing. I agree with that. Yodi Chicken, what's up, man? Stay single. I ain't mad at that. A phrase that can be repeated enough. Well, brother, Yoda Chicken, put some barbecue sauce on that, brother, because me and you on the same page tonight. Reserved, laughing good. All creamed up. Yeah, I watched cream pie porn last night. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Check it out. If you don't know what a cream pie is, it's not from Key West, okay? Key West is lemon pie. What's popping in Key West? Nothing's popping in Key West. Small little island, guys. And all they got is lemon pie. What you need to do is Google cream pie. Porn cream pie. Very nice thumbnails. And what I can tell you is you're satisfied and then you go on with your life. Emoji Meme out there steaming the puss. What's up, Emoji Meme? Now, Emoji Meme's in the relationship game. Without relationships, Emoji Meme's out of business. Because how does Emoji Meme secure her bag? How does she monetize her life? She sells steaming kits. What is she steaming? She's not steaming vegetables. This is not the Chinese spot. She's steaming puss. She's steaming vagina. Why are people steaming their vagina? Because they want it tighter. Why do they want it tighter? Because they want to snatch you in. It's a trap, man. Oh, I'm to stay single. Marin, that was you. Marin, thank you, Marin. I appreciate that, Marin. Marin and Dylan, thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that. You know I love you. Thank you, Marin. Sorry I missed you. Got me all worked up. Thank you, Marin. Thank you, Dylan. I'm tough. I believe it's human nature to say a serious statement and deny in the next day or week. I've had people at work, women and friends do it. I'm tough. I've definitely been down that road. Mastering Zelda, laughing good. I'm tough. The worst part is they get nasty with you. I know. That's why I don't argue with them. It takes two to tango. I learned my lesson through failure. I used to argue, if it was back in the day, I would go back to my live feed when Liv said that she wanted to get laid real bad. I would go back to my live feed. I would take a screenshot. I would send it to her. She would still deny it. We would go back and forth. Then we hate each other. So am I going to do that now? Hell no. I'm just going to say, Liv, I don't care. I'm not entangled with you. Now, I love you. Now, if you want to sell life insurance, if you want to use a dildo, if you want to get laid, I love you. I want your dreams to come true. But I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to pull up the tape. I don't want to pull up the transcript from the divorce hearing. What I want to say is, Thank you. I love everyone. Stay positive, guys. I'm tough. Yeah, they say it was assault. Oh no, oh God, we went crazy on that. Well, he goes, yeah, they bang you and they say it was assault. Now that didn't happen, but I can understand how it would have. No, I've never been down that road, but I understand what you're saying. All on purpose, plan plot. Well, I'm not going to say that all the time. There's some people out there, no joke, that have been assaulted, and there are people, and I don't joke about that, and that's a disgrace. But I will say, I've seen how scenarios can happen like that. And my scenario was nothing like that. But it was, again, she was crying, not because she felt assaulted, but because she, I guess she cheated on her boyfriend. She felt like she did the wrong thing. So, all I can tell you guys, it's a disaster. I'm tough. Get rich quick scheme. Oh, yeah. I ain't mad at that. Mastering Zelda. Hilarious tonight, Sam. Well, thank you. Backwoods. Hey, brother. I hope everything's well. Thank you. Backwoods. Thank you, Backwoods. Thank you, Dylan. Love and respect, man. Thank you for the comments on channel. Man, laughing. All the people that went to have a relationship, sexual, with you, I don't know anyone who sleeps in a separate bedroom. I know most everyone. That said, I had no problem. Oh, yeah, she had no problem. All the people that want to have a relationship, sexual, with you, I don't know anyone who sleeps in separate bedrooms. Well, Marin, I'm not mad at you. I love you, Marin. Marin's lived a good life. Backwoods, thank you again, man. Danny, oh, my God. Guys, let's get ready for a crying emoji here. I love you, Danny. Thank you for sharing. I don't mean to laugh. My wedding cost me $30,000. My divorce cost me $300,000. Danny, great comment, brother. Thank you for sharing, man. Guys, did you read that, girls? Wow, man, that's powerful. Great comment, man, Marin. Problem with it. Okay. Marin, are you married? Marin, are you married? How many times have you been married? What's your perspective on it? What's your perspective on marriage and relationships? And would you stay single the rest of your life? Backwoods, thank you again, man. Liv, I don't sell life insurance. That's right, Liv. Just go with it. Just go with it. We sell some life insurance tonight. Liv, I sell property and casualty insurance. All right. Master and laughing good. Liv, my kids don't live with me. I'm not mad at Liv, you have more than one kid? I know you have a daughter. You got more than one? See, this is what happens. See, first they tell me they only got one kid. Then they got 2 kids. Then they got 3. Nah, Liv, how many kids you got? I love you, Liv. Don't be mad. Master and laughing. Backwoods. Single for 4 years now, brother. I was in a 5-year-long relationship in high school. Once that was over, I was like, it's free time, baby. Yeah, that's what happens. Look, being in a relationship is like being in a bad stock trade, man. It's like, it's taking your soul, but then even if you sell it at a loss, it's a relief. So a lot of times you got to get out of a relationship, you sell it at a loss. Even at, and shout out to my guy, Danny, man, who said he lost $330,000 basically. But I guarantee you, as painful as that is, he felt relief. He felt relief when it was all said and done, and I don't wish that on anyone. Okay, Liv. Okay, I'm done. Oh, Liv, I'm sorry. Don't be upset. Liv, I love you. See, now we got to break up to make up. There was a whole song about that. Break up to make up. That's all we do. First you love me, then you leave me. That's a game for 2. Liv, don't break up to make up. I love you. Don't be mad. Sure enough. Oh, just bang her out, Sam. I'll just masturbate, guys. Totally better. Mastering Zelda. I'm sure you're awesome, Liv. Liv is awesome. Liv, I love you. Don't be upset. Backwoods, you're welcome. Thank you, man. James, stay single and masturbate like Sam says. James, good job. I think that was Marin. Somebody retracted. James, Sam, I went with the advice you gave me the other day. I was having trouble sleeping. After work, so I masturbated, slept like a baby. Brother, baby and sleep emoji to you, man. Good job. Sketchy Jeff. Journey with Jordan. It's a disaster out there trying to stay single. Well, brother, it is. That's why I do believe that, again, work out, walk, masturbate, and, just remember, look at other people. When you're really lonely, look at other people in a relationship and see how happy they are. And you'll see you're better to stay single. Thank you, Jordan. Good to see you, man. Sketchy. Hand wave. Went fishing today. Good job. That's because you're single. You don't have to answer anyone. And not for a girlfriend. Good job. I'm trying to make it rain on myself. Oh, damn it. Sketchy, you should make it rain on yourself right now, man. Take off all your clothes. throw some money in the air and twerk, man. Make it pop. Why? You're single. You can do whatever you want. You know, you ain't got to answer anyone. Like, I guarantee you right now, if you're in a relationship and your spouse is in the other room eating some chocolate and cheese and you're listening to me with your earbuds in because you don't want your spouse to hear, and I guarantee, like, if you just decide to strip naked and make it rain on yourself and start twerking in your living room, you'd get a divorce. But right now, I can do that in my car. No one's going to bother me. Why? I got no one to answer to. When you're in a relationship, you got to answer to someone. You can't just make it rain on yourself. Your spouse or your lovers can say, what are you doing with all that money? Why are you making it rain on yourself? Why are you getting unchanged? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you selling life insurance or do you love me? It gets that crazy, guys. And then they start to cry and then everything falls apart. All right, so let's stay positive. Admoff, 280. You need to leave at Live. He's not the only one listed. What? I don't know what that means. Marin. Thank you, Marin, again. Liv, we love you. I don't know what the... Brandon, beautifully spoken. Thank you. Brandon, what's your opinion on adoption? I don't want kids. So, obviously, there's kids out there that need a home. So, you know, if a person has the capacity and wants to do it, I'm not mad at them, but I'm the wrong person to ask because I don't have any desire for children. James, Sam, I have this thing where I'm turned on by girls at the gym. Well, welcome to the club. And they're especially turned on by me. It's greater, brother. Well, no, that's bad news, man. You don't want girls turned on by you because then you're going to end up, getting seduced. What I can tell you, brothers, man, go in the gym looking like a slob, man. Or, no, don't do that because then you're degrading yourself. Before you go to the gym, masturbate. That way you don't get, seduced by yoga pants. Don't get seduced, man. Sketchy Jeffy. Sam tells it straight, and that's the way we're here. Well, I appreciate that, guys. Look, I'm having fun, too. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I love you. Liv, I love you. Don't be mad at me. Don't be anyone be mad. Guys, girls, and robots, I'm just expressing my truth. It does not mean you have to agree with me. It doesn't mean you have to like. I love everyone. I want the best for everyone. Let's stay positive. Right in. In my experience, a lot of women in America are a bad judge of character when it comes to dating and relationships. Oh, that's everywhere, man. India, Australia, everywhere. In most poor countries, the only reason that women keep their mouth shut and stick with the guys because they don't have the financial resources to divorce. The Asian girl I knew, she was in an arranged marriage. A couple Indian friends I know, arranged marriage. Because in other countries where women don't have the economic opportunity, they got to deal with the first nasty slob that promises them a better future, and they got to keep their mouth shut and bang them. I watch porn from around the world, and I've dated girls from around the world. And what I can tell you is women are women all over the world, and men are men. And I thank God we live in America where women have equal rights, and that they can get laid if they want, they can get a divorce if they want. And so look, guys and girls, I don't want any sex or any gender to have less equality. I'm saying equally, everyone should stay single if that's what they want. But if they want to get in a relationship, they should do it. But that's not me. Good job. Sketchy Jeffy, I think that's laughing. Good job. Master rings out. It's a tarp. A tarp? What's a tarp? Emoji. How else are these loose women going to get a man? Well, emoji meme, steam away. Someone give me a steaming puss emoji. Good job. Luke, Sam, I can't showing I'm up with you, brother. How you doing? I didn't think you answered my question I sent you on the other video. You were still doing DoorDash every night? Yes, just not as much because I balanced it out with self-care, but I did DoorDash tonight for about 4 hours. I made about $50. Luke, what areas do you like the best DoorDashing? By cities, by urban areas, because that's where the most commerce is. Liv, I love you. I hope you're not mad at me. Please do what? No, I'm not doing a screenshot. I'm not going eye for an eye. Look, Liv, I love you, and I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to be upset. See, already, we're in a relationship, and now I got to make sure that my jokes aren't hurting you. And I think I hurt my man Doug last night. Doug's sensitive. I think I heard him. I said something bad. Liv, I don't want to hurt you. See, already now we're in a relationship. I don't want to prove you wrong. I don't want to prove myself. I don't have ego. That's why I'm single, because I don't want to get into this whole back and forth. I love you, Liv. You now I almost have to say it like you didn't say it, even though I know you said it. I'm not going to say you didn't say it because we're not in a relationship. But I don't want you to hate me. So all I'm going to say is let's stay positive. Good job. Luke, out of a month, how many times do you stay at campgrounds and how many times do you boondock? Well, the past couple months, I've been boondocking more than 80% of the time. In the summer, it's probably the opposite because in the summer, I do try to get electrical hookups. But I don't know why. Last year, I didn't use them. I just ran my battery-powered fan. So, but I was still learning the lay of the land, so I did more campgrounds. I did a lot of free campgrounds these past couple months in Florida. So I've been doing a lot of boondocking lately. Luke, if you had to choose a permanent place to live in South Florida, damn, man, you want to know my tax return too, brother? What place in Southeast Florida, man? I won't say the specific area, because again, look, I got people who are psychopaths watch this. And so what I can tell you is Southeast Florida, okay? That gives me enough room, like, you know, where I got enough personal privacy. And that's why I'm single. Like, I don't want everyone to know everything. So what I can tell you is, look, you can thumbs down all you want, guys. I don't care. And what I can tell you is this. Look, if you got better, not you, Luke, but this is anyone out there, is I got to keep some stuff to myself. Shit. You know, and that's how I feel. I love you, Luke. Good job. George, Sam, you crazy. Georgie, I don't need that, bro. Reserved. Just curious. Have you been in a relationship since losing all your weight? Yes, I have. And in a disaster, and that's why I said I ain't missing anything. Thank you. Journey with Jordan. It's a disaster. I agree with that. Emoji. Got married in January 99 and filed for divorce in May 99. Total disaster. Well, Emoji, I'm sorry you went through that. Thank you for sharing. And that was quick. Luke. Sam, I've been enjoying my little PYT. Well, enjoy it now because it only gets worse, brother. Luke. Sam, I got a question. All right. This is why I'm single, guys. If you were living in an apartment and you had a noisy neighbor on top of you, how would you confront them? I wouldn't. I would just get out of there. I'm not for conflict because you ain't going to change them. They're always going to be noisy. And I'm always going to be who I am. So you're not going to change me no matter how many thumbs down I get. I'm not going to change you. You got two options in life. You either accept people or you get the hell out of there. I don't try to change people. So that's how I do it. Marin. Man, that's a really reason to have a long break. Sorry. Fit that difficult relationship. Hug. Marin, you're a loving, encouraging person. Never lose that. I love you, Marin. Reserved. Over 50 people watching. You're a disaster out here. Message is growing. Somehow it's relating. I make a video about, like, you know, here's a great town in Florida. No one cares. I make a video about I hate life or stay single. Everyone loves it because everyone hates life and everyone's struggling in a relationship. But that's okay. I understand what the pain is out there. James. Sam, baby. The super chat was me. Oh, God, I didn't realize it said retracted. I really am a supporter of this channel. Good work every night. Well, James, thank you. Thank you, Marin. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. Make it rain on yourself too, guys, though. I don't want you to be a blessing to me at your own expense. So make sure that you're in a good place. I love and appreciate everyone, but I don't want to get into that game. I appreciate any tips, but even if you don't do any of that, I just want to let you know that it's still all love. Like this, you know, I don't want to get into a game with you guys, but I appreciate it and I thank you. Luke, sing it, Sam. We're going to enter you for American Idol. No, don't do that. I don't want to be on American Idol. I love you, brother. Luke laughing. Dennis laughing his butt off. Good job. With the guy doing the renovations tonight. Breaking it down and cracking me up, Sam. Well, shout out to every guy out there that's got spackle and paint in his hair, and he's never going to get laid. He's going to end up sleeping in a separate bedroom. That's what happens. Man, I got married at 58 years old. It took me that long before I was evolved enough. I was engaged, however, 13 times. Wow, that's interesting. Danny, Sam has better advice than Dr. Phil. Yeah, Dr. Phil, shit. He needs to get his ass on some type of regimen. I ain't mad at that. Thank you, Danny. Married 13 times. I'm not mad at you. Hey, you had to get it right. Journey with Jordan. How do you mentally deal with waking up with different places every morning? It's easy. It's harder to deal with like Dolphin Dildo and all the psychopaths on YouTube. Waking up in a different spot, very easy. I got no problem with that. I got more issue like dealing with psychopaths. Like those first few seconds waking up can be very disorienting. Not for me. For some people, maybe I don't have any problem with it. I mean, it takes like I made videos. It takes a little while to get used to. But for me, it's hard to get used to waking up with the same neighbors or waking up with the same mortgage. You've been paying on your mortgage for 15 years, and the interest and the principal only went down $10,000. Yeah, nah. I don't find it that hard for me, man. But some people would find it hard. A psychopath who tried to do it and then couldn't do it blame me for them living in a car. Even though they can't hold down a job, they got unhealthy relationships, they're seeing a psychiatrist for 13 years. All of a sudden, their life's a total disaster. They decided they're not going to do what I did. They're not going to work 22 years straight. They're not going to sell their assets, keep a job, and gradually transition to a new lifestyle. They're going to live a shitty life and then all of a sudden just jump in their car and expect to be inspirational nomad. Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault that you didn't do any work of your life. You just went to the last step. So what I can tell you is, let's stay positive. Sketchy Jeffy is laughing. Good job. Marin, turns out marriage agrees with me mostly. Okay. That said, we need to go into knowing thyself and determining if he knows himself. Well, put his ass in a separate room. Start sleeping in separate rooms. You'll figure it out. And what's the worst thing that can happen? You end up sleeping in separate rooms. It's a deal breaker. Marin, I love you. Marin, you're a great woman, and I want nothing but the best for you. And make it rain on yourself tonight, Marin. Woohoo Sam, what's up, man? The harder relationships are the ones who marry other females with kids. Total disaster. That's a double disaster in my opinion, but everyone should do what they want. Danny, if you love yourself, why ruin it? Danny, great comment. I agree. Luke, where do you like to boondock? Damn, Luke, man. You want my GPS coordinates, man? I love you on my heart, man. But, come on, man. I mean, come on, man. I love you. Luke, shopping centers, beaches, access other places. I did videos about it, man. I mean, look, it's campgrounds, it's Walmarts, it's truck stops, it's a million places. Crackle barrels, you can do a million things. Free campgrounds in Florida when you register. There's nothing new under the sun, guys. I love you, Luke. But, come on, guys. Brew in Vegas. I think you're great. Thank you. In 5 months from now, you may hate me. I think Luke may hate me now. Live and let live. I think she unsubscribed. That's what happens. That's a relationship. For the first 12 months, for the first 12 years, you love each other. You can't get enough of each other. You changed my life. You helped me. You saved my life. Now you hate me. That's what happens. It's just one conversation, one word that goes the wrong way. Someone emotionally disconnects and you're sleeping in a separate room and they hate you. That's what happens. But thank you for loving me for the moment. Analyst paralysis. Stay single. Well, I think you summed it up tonight. Good job, Danny. Thanks, man. We're in Vegas. Love yourself before you can, just add masturbate and stay single to the end of that hashtag, Luke. And I love your channel, Sam. I love you too. And supporting you and taking the journey with you. It's funny because all your messages are always relevant at different times in my life. So I enjoy hearing you. Well, thank you. And I can definitely relate. Thank you. Jordan, GPS coordinates. Some people want them. All right, guys, I gave the best I could. Live and let live. We got divorced tonight. Doug divorced me last night. There's a couple people that hate me now. I love everyone, but I understand how life is. Best friends become strangers. And what I can tell you is that's life. 1 minute, you're vowing to spend the rest of your life with someone. And the next minute, you're thumbs downing because you're spiteful. That's what happens. They take away the thumbs up. They give you a thumbs down. There's spite. I don't care because I'm single. I don't have to answer to you. And what I can tell you guys is stay positive because spite, discontention, emotional resentment, emotional games, it's all part of a relationship. If you want to get into an emotional MMA fight, get into a relationship. If you thought like the Conor McGregor fight was tough, get into a relationship. It's an emotional disaster, guys. All right, stay single, stay positive. Thank you, everyone. I love you.